Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Heini. I'm Heini and I will take you through a gentle morning yoga practice today to get our breath and body moving right in the beginning of our day. Let's get started. Just quickly, I have some detailed tutorials of some of the asanas that we do today, and I'll add a link to those at the end of this video. Let's get started with our practice. The props that you might need today would be some kind of a block or a book, and you could also have a blanket or towel just to cushion the knees. We're going to spend some time on our knees today. First, come into an easy seat. And at this point, if you want to use a blanket or a block under the pelvis, you could bring the prop under your sit bones. It might make the seat a bit more comfortable. Bring your left leg in front of the right, and then bring one hand onto your chest, the other hand down to your belly, and we're going to start with some breathing. Take a few to slightly deeper breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And send your breath down to your hands. It's good to get our breath moving in the morning and just open up the space for the breath to move. And also find that calm and control in our breath, so we can come back to that calmness during the day. Then bring hands to the bottom of your rib cage, a bit like giving yourself a hug. Bring hands to the lowest ribs and send another few breaths down to your hands, feeling that space opening up out to the sides as well. Take one more breath in and out. And then bring your hands down. Now, if you have a block or blanket under the pelvis, just move that aside and bring both hands onto your knee. So left hand to the left knee, right hand to the right knee. And we start to move the spine more. We're going to inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, round the back. Let the chest sink in and bring your chin towards the chest. Same again, as you inhale, open the chest and find a gentle back bend in your spine. As you exhale, round the back. Let the pelvis tilt back. Let the chin come down towards the chest. One more time, inhale. Open the chest, find that gentle back bend. And then exhale, round the back. And then inhale, bring yourself back to the center. And from here, as you inhale, lengthen both arms up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Reach the back, reach the arms up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down on the mat in line with your right hip. Inhale, open the chest. And as you exhale, lean further to your right. Coming into gentle side bend. You can bend the right elbow. Soften shoulders away from the ears. And send a couple of breaths to that left side, to that open side. And then with your next exhalation, round your back. Walk your hands in front of the legs. And soften the elbows here. You might even lean elbows down onto the mat. And just gently rock your weight from side to side. Keep your neck soft, allow the head to sink down. And take one more breath in and out here. Then with your next inhalation, slowly roll the back up. Bring your head up. And then lean the weight to the back of your pelvis. We're going to come a bit of a balancing pose here. So now reach your left hand to the left foot or left ankle. Reach your right hand to the right foot, right ankle. Or maybe hold the back of your knees, back of the thighs if that feels better. And just gently move the legs, straightening, bending the knees. We also start to wake up the core as we hold our balance here on the pelvis. One more breath, moving the legs, pumping the back of the legs open. And then bring your legs, your feet back down. This time cross the legs so that your right leg is in front. And again, as you inhale, lengthen your both arms up. Lengthen the back up, open the chest. And as you exhale now, bring your left hand down on the mat in line with the left hip. Inhale here. And then exhale, lean to your left. Again, you can bend the left elbow. You might even bring your left elbow down on the mat. You can let your neck move into that side bend as well. And take 2 more breaths in and out here. Again, sending those inhalations to your right side, to that open side. And then exhale, round the back. Walk hands in front of the legs. We come into that forward bend again. But this time find some stillness in this forward bend. You could bend the elbows, bring elbows onto the mat. And take 2 breaths here. You can soften the neck, let the heavy head drop down. And then as you inhale, roll the back up. Bring your head up. And this time close your hips. And we're going to come up onto all fours. So bring yourself onto hands and knees or elbows and knees if the hands or wrists feel a bit tender now. And this is where you could use your blanket under the knees. Also, if you feel the knees need some cushioning, you could bring knees on top of a blanket or a towel. And we're going to continue moving spine here. We're going to do more cat-cows. As you exhale, round your back, press down through your arms, bring your chin towards the chest, and inhale, open the chest, again finding gentle back bend, opening through the front. Exhale again, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. And as you inhale, open your chest. Release tops of the shoulders away from the ears. One more time, exhale, round the back, round the neck. And inhale, open the chest. You can think about lifting your tail up towards the ceiling here. And then as you exhale, round your back all the way down into child's pose. So now lean pelvis down towards the feet, towards the heels. Let the head come down closer to the mat. And reach your hands, arms still far forward on the mat. Pressing down through the hands. Take 1 more breath in and out here. And then with your next inhalation, lift yourself back onto hands and knees. Check your hands are about under your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. We're going to exhale, lift up into downward facing dog. And this is our first downward dog. So we could take this dog for a little walk. Walk from one hand to the other, walk from one feet to the other. And bend and straighten your knees a couple of times, still opening the backside. Often the backside feels quite stiff in the morning. 1 more breath in and out here. You can keep the knees soft. And then exhale, bring the knees back down and round your back into child's pose. Again, reach your hands and arms far forward on the mat. Let the head come down. And then as you inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. And as you exhale, open the front of the hips, the front of the pelvis down towards the mat. Coming into like a lazy upward facing dog. And you can rock your hips from side to side. Take one more breath in and out here. Keep the neck, shoulders soft. And then with an exhalation, lift the pelvis off the mat, round the back. And we go back into child's pose. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, shift the weight forward onto hands. Exhale, open the front line. Inhale here. And then exhale, lift the pelvis off the mat, round the spine. Reach arms still forward. One more time. Inhale, shift the weight forward. And exhale into that gentle upward facing dog. Inhale there. And one more time. Exhale, round the back. Lean the pelvis into child's pose. And now soften the elbows. Bring elbows down onto mat. And bring your hands together. You can loosely interlock the fingers and circle the wrist joints a couple of times. And then bring your hands back onto the mat. We're going to inhale onto hands and knees. And we're going to lift into second downward facing dog. So again, tuck the toes under. Exhale, lift the pelvis up. Reach your hips away from your hands. So this time, find a bit more stillness in the legs and focus on reaching the pelvis, the hips away from the hands. Let the heavy head drop down. Knees can still be soft, slightly bent. Take one more breath in and out here. And then with your next inhalation, start to walk your hands and feet together. They could meet somewhere in the middle of the mat so that you can shift the weight onto your feet, onto the heels, and round your back. Come down into full forward bend. And again, I suggest keeping the knees soft here. It's the first full forward bend. So be gentle to your legs, to your back. Let the arms hang down. Let the heavy head hang down. And take 2 more breaths in and out here. Feel the weight is evenly on the heels and the front of the feet. And then with your next exhalation, bend the knees more and start to walk back into brief downward dog. Walking hands forward, walking the feet back. Inhale and exhale there one more time, finding that reach up through the hips. And then as you exhale, bring the knees down on the mat. Sit down onto one hip and swing the legs in front of you. You might need to shift yourself slightly forward so you have some room behind you. And we're going to roll down onto our back. So just slowly roll down. Bring the shoulders, bring the head onto the mat. And we're going to come into one more back bend. We'll come into the bridge pose. So step your feet about hip width apart. Bring arms down next to your sides. Inhale. And then as you exhale, start to press down through the feet, lifting your pelvis, lifting your back off the mat. You can still adjust the feet if needed, so you find strong support on both feet. Either keep arms next to the sides or walk your shoulder blades closer together. You can interlock fingers here under the pelvis. You might even lift your chest higher up, but keep the inner thighs gently engaged so you don't let the knees flop out to the sides. Take one more breath in and out. And then as you exhale, slowly release the pose. Release the arms, bring your pelvis down. And now open arms further out to the sides. And we're going to go into Windshield Wipers. So start to swing your knees, your legs from side to side. You can also turn your head from side to side, just finding gentle twist in the spine, gentle movement in the hips. And next time when your legs come down to the left side of your mat, leave them there. We're going to come into a twist for a few breaths. You can either have your legs wider apart or slide your right knee on top of the left. You can also bring left hand onto the right thigh, grounding the legs down. And then keep your chest open up towards the ceiling. The right arm could be still open out on the side. Breathe here in and out. Let the shoulders soften. And then as you exhale, bring your legs back to the center. Open the left arm out to the side. Inhale. And next exhalation, lower both legs to the right side of the mat. And you have same options here. You can have your knees wider apart, or you can slide your left knee on top of the right. Right hand could rest on the left knee or thigh. Again, keep your shoulders soft. If you want, you can turn head to one side or the other. Take one more breath in and out here. And then as you exhale, bring your legs back to the center. Release the arms. And then we're going to come down into Shavasana Pose, our final resting pose. So stay lying down on the back. You can keep your knees bent. Maybe lean the knees, thighs inwards against each other if that feels better in your back. Or you can extend your legs all the way down onto the mat. And it's good to find this moment of calm, rest in the morning as well, before we get on with our day. So allow a moment for yourself to maybe close your eyes. And just bring your full awareness back to your breath. Back to that calm rhythm, calm flow. And let your body and mind rest in your breath. Take another few more breaths in and out here. If you want, you could make these few breaths slightly bigger, slightly deeper. And also start to slowly open your eyes. If you want, you could hug your knees in towards the chest, towards the belly. And a few times rock from side to side. And then from your back, slowly roll down onto one side. Could be the left, could be the right side, which one feels more natural to you now. And from your side, bring yourself up into a seat. Find that easy seat one more time. And we're going to take another few breaths in and out here. If it's part of your practice, you can bring your hands, your palms together in front of your chest. Just soften your gaze down. And before closing the practice, thank yourself for this morning's practice. Thank yourself for taking the time in the morning to look after yourself. I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon again. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please click subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified on new videos. I'll be posting lots more yoga related videos. And I also teach live stream online classes, and if you're interested in those, check the details in the description box below. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.